In today's video, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about dating as a sober person and then dating in regard to the early sobriety and recovery process. For me, I thought dating was a fantastic thing. It worked out really well for me, and I know that goes against the grain of what you normally hear when it comes to the sobriety and recovery process. If you're new to the channel, my name's Dr. Frank. I'm the founder of AddictionMindset recovery coaching programs. And if you want to learn more about our program offerings, be sure to download our free 100-page PDF on overcoming substance use addiction. It's called Quitting Nicotine and Quitting Weed, in the pinned comment or the link in the video description, okay? And you can learn about all our stuff there. All right, when it comes to dating in early sobriety and recovery, and quick disclaimer, I'm probably talking from the point of view as a man because I cannot relate to a female when it comes to dating. I just can't. As a guy, you have to have something to offer. So here you are, you just got sober and you're getting into dating again. You have to ask yourself, what do I have to offer someone else? And it's going to come down to very few things. It's going to be your looks. You're really good looking. You're really put together. That's one possibility. It might be finances. You're very well off financially. You could support another person, another human. You could support a family. It's going to be your personality. You're super kind. You're super good with words. You're super charming. You're super funny. You're very entertaining to that individual. Personality traits. Or it's going to be some skill that you bring to the table, right? Some women really value a guy who's a do-it-yourself type of guy. Some women really value a guy that, I don't know, is really into cars or really into pets, or I'm just talking off the cusp here. But some skill, okay? When I started off in the dating pool, I wasn't doing super great financially, so that was kind of out of the question, but I didn't know how to clean up enough to look like I was, okay? So there was that. When I started dating, I definitely didn't necessarily have looks totally on my side, all right? My teeth were kind of yellowish. I was unkempt when it came to my beard and stuff like that, and like my facial hair. I wasn't in great shape when I was in the process of getting sober. And I'm about 5'5", 5'6", so height was definitely not on my side when it came to appearance, okay? So there was that. I had glasses, nothing wrong with glasses, okay? I'm just saying, like, I looked very different. You can go back to my early YouTube videos and watch my early videos. I looked different, okay? So I didn't really have that going for me. But personality I had. I had personality, I had charm, and I had a lot of conviction in the things that I said. And I knew that about myself. And I knew that that was a quality that I could bring into the dating world. All right? And as far as skills go, you know, I was a chiropractor, a professional. As I said, my practice wasn't doing that well at that point in my life. Now it does very well, but now it wasn't then. And, you know, whatever, I guess I had that skill. It was kind of a cool talking point, I suppose. And I had, most importantly, I'll say this, I had the ability to know how to listen to people. Having been a personal trainer, having been and still am a chiropractor, I spent a lot of time interacting with people. And I've really truly learned how to listen. And that was something else that I learned in my quitting and sobriety process. This isn't about me. It's not about my story. It's not about what I've been through. It's not about what I do for a living. It's not. It's about asking the person that I'm going to be on a date with questions about them, genuine questions, not just BS rapid fire questions, and listening to them and engaging them. And that was a skill that I had. I had worked retail at Vitamin Shop for years prior to that, okay? It's a very important skill to have, by the way, especially if you are getting into the dating process in early recovery and sobriety. I've sat for a very brief period of time in some recovery groups, and people will talk and talk and talk and talk to a point where it's like, okay, we got to cut this person off. And it's like all about them and all about them. And that will not work in dating, okay? So, all right, fast forward. Ask yourself, what's your skill? So what are you bringing to the table? If it's none of those things, and you're thinking about getting into dating, that's a place to start. Is it going to be a personality thing? Is it going to be a skill? Is it going to be something physical appearance-wise? Or are you super good at making a lot of money? And I hate to say that, but it does work for a population of people. Making money, just, it works. Which one of those do you need to work on? Which one of those can you work on? And what can you bring to the table potentially early on in dating? Start there. Because if you're going on a date and you're not bringing anything to the table, you don't have anything to offer that person, it's not going to work, okay? It's not going to work. Now, the next thing I'll caveat into is this. When it comes to dating in early sobriety and recovery, people are going to say, well, is that a good idea or a bad idea? I think it has advantages and disadvantages. One advantage is that it can keep you busy. It can keep you occupied. And for me, I found going on dates to be very motivating. Even when the dates didn't go well and the girl was clearly very uninterested in me, I was like, that was cool though. You know, I still went out, had dinner with this attractive person. They were fun to talk to. Next time around, I'll get better. Like, I literally practiced dating for a long time. I went on exactly 75 dates between Tinder, Bumble, and Coffee Meets Bagel before I had met my wife. I think my face was plastered all over Tinder, Bumble, and Coffee Meets Bagel as much as it is YouTube and TikTok now. When it comes to helping people quit smoking, I was quite the all-star on there, and I was on there for a while because, you know, people weren't that interested in me. I didn't have a ton to bring to the table at the time. Going back to dating, is it a good thing or a bad thing? So from that standpoint, it was great. It motivated me. It was something to do on the weekends. It was something to do during the week, going out to breakfast, going out to lunch, really early dinners. I wouldn't do late dinners just because it was early sobriety and I didn't want to get tied up in the crowd with a bunch of alcohol consumption or, you know, being tempted to go back and smoke and this and that, which typically wasn't going to happen with a breakfast or a lunch. Okay. Let me go back. This is a confusing topic for me. We're going to have many parts on this dating topic, by the way. If you guys are interested in this, then I can organize it better. But today's kind of off the cusp. Is dating good or bad in early sobriety? For that regard, it was good. Now, here's the thing. For me, it was good because I was very confident in my sobriety. I wasn't going to go back. Being hurt on a date didn't bother me. It wasn't going to cause me to go smoke. And I think people get comfortable in their sobriety. It just depends on the individual how quickly that happens. But once you're comfortable and you're confident, like, hey, this girl could go on a date with me and then dump me the next day, not text me back, that's not going to bother me. Once you're there, that's when I think it's a decent time to start dating. And you've improved some of those other things, whether it's financial, personality, skill set, or appearance. Then I think it's a good time to start dating, okay? That's when I think you should do it. I don't think there's like some magical number in sobriety and recovery. Just once you're stable, once you have something to offer, I think dating's a beautiful thing. And I can say that too. You know, generally speaking, single men are more prone towards substance use and substance abuse addiction, okay? So I do think it's important to have a significant other or someone, some degree of a relationship, all right? Anyways. Okay, now going back to the dating thing. Dating too, once you get into it in early sobriety and recovery, and this is maybe where there's a problem, it takes a lot of patience, especially the older you are. Because there's a lot of BS that you got to sift through. And I was good on that. I was good with patience. Like I said, I know because I kept track. I had met my wife on my 75th date. So I went on 75 online dates before I met my wife and really connected with her. I came up with a great system that I'll share in another video when it comes to online dating and stuff. But there's that. And that's not counting the dates that I went on from the gym, from yoga classes, from other classes that I was part of, from a faith-based community thing. Just like lots of ways that you can meet people, okay? There's lots of ways to meet people. But like it was a lot of dates before I met the right person. And it took a lot of patience because there was a lot of burned bridges. And I'll say this about early sobriety and recovery. When you first quit drugs, you might not be used to exercising that level of patience because you were used to instant gratification. Now. That's what substance use is. And dating is the exact opposite of that. If you're looking for the significant other, if you're looking for the right person, in my opinion, that can take some time. Because when you first get sober too, you're not even really sure what it is you're looking for. Do you want to date someone that smokes or drinks? Does that bother you? Do you want to date someone who has kids? Someone who's interested in having kids? Do you want to have a family? Do you not want to have a family? I had a lot to figure out about myself when I first got sober. If you had asked me then, no, I would have said no kids, not sure I want to get married, not much of a family man, just let me work and build my career up and that's it. Totally changed, as you guys can see, and I'm so thrilled it did. Having kids has done the best thing. It's the best thing in the world, in my opinion. Going back to dating though, so you got to figure out what it is you like, and that's gonna take practice, going on dates and practicing. Because before sobriety for me, I liked going out to the bar, drinking beer, coming home, getting stoned, watching a movie, and trying to get lucky. That's what I liked. That was my thing, dating. When I got sober, that wasn't it anymore. That wasn't what I was going after. I had to figure out what I was going after. What did I want? And again, what I thought I wanted was not at all what I wound up with, which is, you know, a wife, a child, a family, and I couldn't be more happy with it. So this was just to start. I won't drag this video out anymore, but hopefully I started to give you some things to think about when it comes to early sobriety and dating. What's the right time? It depends on you. When do you have something to offer, and when are you feeling stable in your sobriety? That's when you go date. 2, it takes a lot of patience to find the right person, and it takes a lot of time, but that's not a bad thing, because in early sobriety and recovery, you're probably still trying to figure out what it is you like and what it is you need from a relationship. And I think that's kind of all I'll say right now on the dating topic. But if you guys liked this topic, comment below, and I'll make like a part 2, a part 3, a part 4, a part 5. I'll kind of try and organize it out a little bit better on the channel. I know inside of our Addiction Mindset Recovery community, which is like our paid community, I'm going to be doing this topic in detail with some guys in there when it comes to dating and online dating specifically. So if that's something that interests you, if you don't make the live call, the replays get posted in there, just feel free to join that. You can find that in the pinned comment or the video description as well. All right, guys, good luck.